If you're a woman over 40 who's tight and tired and just exhausted from putting everyone else first, then this is for you. My name is Moira Riccio, and I'm a Pilates instructor and personal trainer. And I can tell you over the last 15 years, having worked with over 1,000 women, our frustrations are the same. We're tired, we're dealing with a lot of stress with our job, our responsibilities, maybe our families, and it's hard to find a way to take care of ourselves that actually feels good. We don't want to go to the gym where we'll get put with a 22-year-old trainer who really doesn't know where we're at and doesn't understand that we might have some injuries or limitations in our physical fitness. So it can be scary, it can often be intimidating, and it's loud. There's a lot of noise out there about health and wellness. And I can tell you with confidence that the Pilates Reformer is an excellent approach for people our age. That's right, I'm 59, but my Whoop says I'm 48. And part of that is because I discovered Pilates. When I was 41, I ran a marathon and I qualified for the Boston Marathon, which was my goal, which was fabulous, right? That's exciting. But I ended up getting injured. And I had, over 2 years, I had a debilitating hip and low back injury. And it was hard. I had to deal with pain for 2 years. I went to everybody. I went to 2 or 3 physical therapists. I did chiropractic care. I did massage and acupuncture, and they're all great. I love all of those types of methods. But a lot of times when you go to do that, it's sort of like putting a Band-Aid on the issue. And in order to fix your aches and pains, you really have to figure out how the body works. So I turned to Pilates to figure that out. And I fixed my aches and pains. And I got stronger for it. I've had 4 kids, and I've sort of come back from all of this to help other people do the same thing. So I've combined my method, if you will, the Pilates Reformer with TRX, with some weights and good core energy, core workouts, to help women feel stronger, get long and lean, and fix posture, add more flexibility and mobility into their lives. That's functional training, okay? That means that you're gonna work out in order to function better throughout the day. Now, whether that means reaching in and getting your laundry, reaching up and getting something out of the cabinet, everything you do, you need the core. Your core energy muscles, right? The core muscles are the stabilizer muscles, and your arms and legs are mobilizers. So everything you do, the core triggers before the arms and the legs do. The Pilates Reformer is designed to work your arms and legs and build core strength all at the same time. So it's super time efficient, and it just is so easy and fun. And Pilates is actually, it works the body from the inside out. So what that means is it's the opposite of like plateau. You know, when you start lifting weights and you start lifting like 2-pound weights, then 3 months later you do 3 pounds and you build up to 5 pounds. It's the opposite with Pilates. The more core strength you build up, the more you feel all those connections. The Pilates Reformer was originally designed by Joseph Pilates over 100 years ago, actually during the last pandemic, which is so interesting. And he was helping soldiers recover from World War I in their cots in the hospital. And so he would design this pulley system when they were in the beds, in the cots. And that is the modern day reformer. So as you can tell, it looks like a bed, okay? And this part is actually moving. It's called the carriage. And the carriage, because you're on a moving platform, your core muscles, the stabilizer muscles, have to react to hold you steady. So it's sort of like stand-up paddleboard, I often say. You know, when you stand up paddleboard, you're on the surfboard and you're kind of like bringing the paddle back and forth and your feet start to hurt after a little while, right? And then you're like really tired after half an hour, but you don't know why. But it's really that core is stabilizing and you get tired from it. So the carriage is very much like that, okay? You're on a moving platform, you're gonna lie down and do your squats, fighting gravity, neutral spine. It's incredibly good for your back. And then you're going to be targeting those arm muscles and everything with the back by pulling the straps around and strengthening upper body. So it's really, really targeted, it's safe, it's actually really fun. So I'll show you how it works. Here we have our carriage, and this is called a foot bar. So when you put your feet on the foot bar in different positions, and you press the carriage back and forth, you're automatically working different muscles in the legs. Now, I didn't invent that, but you can bet I've been preaching that gospel for the last 15 years because once I saw the light, I was like, oh, it is so fun, so easy. It practically does the work for you, but I don't really want to say that out loud because I want you to feel like you're in control of the situation. In other words, when you press the carriage back and forth, you're controlling that movement. It's like intentional movement, okay? And adding the breath to that intentional movement sort of creates this like meditative quality that actually helps your mind to relax as well. So it's all of those things in one workout. So when I lie down here and I put my feet on the foot bar, I'm neutral spine lying down, my head is resting, and I'm going to press the carriage back and forth, out and in. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. The same tempo, pushing it away as bringing it back in. So it's almost like the waves of an ocean. I always say when I'm teaching groups, it's the waves of an ocean. It's fluid movement. And once you get into that, you'll understand how it works because you're pushing the carriage against spring tension. So what that means is instead of like contracting and releasing, those spring coils, are expanding and contracting at varying degrees, and they're on your muscles the entire time. Right? So that makes you long and lean. So I have seen women work out in Reformer 2 times a week and say to me, hey, Moira, guess what? I have to buy all new clothes because my skirts are too short. And I'll say, you're kidding me. Oh my gosh, you've grown an inch? And they'll say, yeah. I have other people who've said to me, you know, wow, like one session, not kidding, one session of targeting the posture on Reformer and the tingling in their fingers went away. This is actually from a person who's a painter. So she's sitting at, you know, her painting studio, crouched over all the time. And Reformer is excellent for fixing your posture, okay? Actually, I know one hospital that uses Reformer to help COPD patients breathe better. Because we all know when we're sort of caved in at the shoulders that our chest is caved in and our lungs are squished. So they actually use Reformer to bring the shoulders back, chest up in a healthy way. So there's so many ways in which you can use Reformer. And I combine what I teach on Reformer with TRX, which is just a great tool. I mean, 20 minutes on TRX and you're gonna be like getting even a little cardio. It's crazy good. And I also do some weights. Yep, I do. I mix it up. I do a little bit every day and I mix it up every day. Some weights, some TRX, and some Reformer. You don't need to be in shape. You don't need a gym. You just need to be tired of waiting. Click the link below and we can have a real conversation. I'm here when you're ready. I'm Moira Riccio. You can call me Mo, but we can get to know each other on a one-to-one call and figure out if this is a good fit for both of us. Let's figure it out together. Looking forward to talking with you as soon as you're ready. And in the words of Joseph Pilates, in 10 sessions, you'll feel the difference. In 20 sessions, you'll see the difference. And in 30 sessions, you're gonna have a whole new body.